Good job, B. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Trinaja Griffin, and I'm so excited to be back. For this video, we are talking about Cowboy Carter. Y'all, this was the first time I ever went to a concert by myself. My anxiety, but let's get into it. So I already got my hotel. Yeah, I already had my hotel before I had my tickets because I knew it was that serious, especially in Atlanta. And they also had something else going on at that time. It was right at a center that was right by the dome. So y'all, not the dome, Mercedes-Benz. It was at Mercedes-Benz. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I had like two just in case. One that was a little bit cheaper, one that was a little bit closer. But she did do another day. I'm still trying to remember everything. Oh Lord. Well, I was basically going off of my experience from when I went with Renaissance. And one of the things I said that I knew I was going to do was I was going to go 2 days. And your girl went 2 days. Another thing I said I was doing was take pictures before, because I was like, oh no, I'll take it during this time or during this time. That's a no-go. That's a no-go, because when it's done, it's done. You gotta go out. You gotta go. Another one was trying to get a ride in time, because I knew I wasn't going to drive in that Atlanta traffic, because like I said, there was a whole nother event going on, and of course just Atlanta by itself. But like I said, around this time, it was like around February, and then so I had like a stretch amount of months to figure out what I was going to do. And if push come to shove, I was going to make myself go, but I was going to either do the day before or that night. But one of the days I did have secured, and like I said, I really wasn't worried because it was months until the actual event happened, and a bunch of people at my job at the time was going. So I was like, one of them will have my days, and I'll just, hop a ride with them. And I was asking, and it was like, yeah, they're going. They're just trying to find tickets. They're trying to get it lowered, because y'all, when I went on Ticketmaster and saw how all those prices were, they were different. The first night, the second night, they were a little bit cheaper, and so I did have to get my ticket kind of refunded or paid a little bit more to get a better seat. And the third night was supposed to be the last night, but she added another night. She always does something a little bit special for the last night. So I was so mad. I think that was a Sunday that ended up being a last night instead of the Saturday, and boy was I livid. But for that Sunday night, my sister and her boyfriend ended up coming through at the time, so we ended up being in a hotel only for that day, and me and my godbrother just ended up going that morning and then coming back that night. When end up like just chilling at his friend's house. But that morning getting ready, I was not excited because I knew I had to do everything, and I was not prepared because I waited till the very last minute. But I know I ended up doing some curls, waking up a little bit early, doing some curls, and I started my makeup because I didn't want it to be a little crusty when I went to the event. So I just started it then and then finished it while I was in the car driving to Atlanta. And I was so happy that I did not have to drive. That day was a little bit easier because when I got dropped off right at the Mercedes-Benz. I ended up going to the ATL that was kind of like the Cowboy aesthetic, and I just had somebody take my picture. A bunch of people was asking random people, so I didn't feel like weird during that. I just walked to my seat, and that probably was like at 7 or something, and I stayed there the whole time because I was scared to move.
Were those circles? Were the circles always there? You see the 4 circles, the 2 big ones and the small ones on the side, and then the 2 unfinished circles in the triangle. Baby, she a rock star.
I didn't get any food or anything because I thought it was going to be expensive, and it was not expensive at all. I did not get in any line because I was like, oh, I'll just get something later, or I won't get anything at all because I know that I'm trying to go see another day. Yeah, I don't think I end up getting rich because I was like, if I really want something, I'll end up just getting it the next time I'm here. That did not happen. Like I said, I went by myself, so the people that I was sitting by, I did not know. It was this girl where, you know, what in the song where she's like, a good night, and she does this and the lights go off, and she was like, that's it. I could tell the people that I was around, they liked the music, but they wasn't Beyhive because it really wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. But I was still enjoying my time.
With a It's got me sick.
Decided to stick her big toe into the lake.
Saying stupid shit in the world.
it's that dick. That's that knock, knock, that it's that bitch you got. And don't keep me outside. Get back and hit you in the casa. I got you right now. I think all over the yacht. That's that bullshit. That's that jelly, baby. That's that real baby. That's that big. That's that single drops. That's that keep going. That's that never stop. Let it ride. This is slow. Don't let go. Tell me how that you've been wanting it. And hurry up quick for the moment ends. Like what I hear, might be sleeping in. Chocolate ice and chocolate ice and cinnamon. This shit, that's that. nervous because I knew that I had to walk to the car by myself, and we did not. No, I told him where to pick me up. I just didn't know how to get to it because I didn't go out the same way I came in. And when I tell you, all of those people was like rushing and going all different kinds of ways. I had like 5 panic attacks. My godbrother was trying to call me. I was like, babes, you gotta wait, because I did not realize how many people would be there, how chaotic it would be. Like, I felt like I was walking around the same thing twice. But I ended up finding him, and luckily I called him in time enough to where he came, and he was just like sat, and he just had to wait on me because I did not do that the second night.